Hi guys, welcome back to the channel. Today we are going to be doing another declutter video, and this is going to be my eyeshadow palettes, including my face palettes. I'm hoping we can get this all in before the sun goes down, so let's just get into it. First things first, I have my Lorac face palette, and this one's a very pretty neutral palette. I use this during the winter time, and so I am going to keep. I have this Sigma Quarter Rosa palette, and this is a blush palette. It is new to my collection, and so I am going to keep her. I have this ColourPop California Love palette. I love this palette for the fall time. It just screams fall, and so I'm going to keep. I have this ColourPop Going Coconuts palette, and this is more of a cool tone. I do not have anything else in my collection like this, so I'm going to keep. I have, let's see here, I have this Sigma Sculpt palette. I don't know, I'm on the fence. I feel like the colors are a little bit too dark for me. I do need to keep in mind that these are not bronzers, but these are contour powders. And so, yeah, I'm not sure. I think I'm gonna put this in a maybe pile because these top three here are highlighters, and then these three down here are supposed to be contour powders. I can definitely not use these two, or actually I cannot use these four because they're a little bit too dark for me, and so I'm just gonna put this on a maybe. I have this Dream Street ColourPop palette with Kathleen lights, and I keep it every year thinking that I am going to use it. I mean, I do use it here and there, but honestly guys, I don't think I am going to be getting any use out of this, so I am going to declutter. I have this Nude Mood palette by ColourPop. This is more of a warm tone compared to the Going Coconuts. And yeah, so this one's more cool tone, and this one is more of a warm tone. And so I want to keep both. I have this Morphe palette times Jaclyn Hill, and I really do love this palette for the fall time. And I know it looks a little bit messy, my son got into it, but other than that, I still love these colors, and so I am going to keep for the fall time. I have this Sweet Talk palette by ColourPop, and again, my son got into this again, and so I am going to keep this. I like wearing this during the springtime. I have this Good Sport palette. This is my ultimate favorite fall palette. I'm really sad that ColourPop does not sell this anymore, and it's really just this really pretty green color that I cannot give up. I just think it's so beautiful, and so I am just going to keep it. This is new to my collection. I have not even touched it yet, and I'm very excited. This is the Ethereal Eyes eyeshadow palette from Makeup by Mario, and yeah, I'm so happy I finally got my hands on this, and so I am going to keep for sure. I have this palette from ColourPop, the Wannabe. Guys, I bought this last year, and I'm still on the fence. I think I'm gonna put it in a maybe pile. I have this All Stars palette by Physicians Formula. I bought this because of Tati. She said that it was a really good palette, and so I picked it up last year. I do want to keep it because I have been using the bronzers in here, and I really do like it. I do not like the two highlighters. They're way too shimmery for me, and so I'm just gonna keep it for the bronzers because I am in need of new bronzers. I have another Physicians Formula palette, and this one is in collaboration with Whaley, and of course I'm gonna keep her. I love this thing. I have a Anastasia Nervina palette, and guys, I love using this during the fall time. I think it's just perfect. And yeah, you have your plums and your neutrals if you wanted to. So yeah, I'm keeping this. I have this Glam Light palette by Michaela, and honestly, I have not really played with this. My daughter has, and so I'm thinking about just giving it to her because I'm not really into colors. I don't know, guys. I have a feeling that I'm gonna get rid of all of my colorful palettes, and then they're gonna come back. They're gonna come back in style, and then I'm gonna not have any more colorful palettes. And so I think I'm gonna give this to her since she loves playing with this. I have this Zodiac palette by BH Cosmetics. Guys, do you guys remember this palette? I love, like, it's still so soft to the touch, and I don't know, I kind of don't want to get rid of it, but a part of me feels like it is time to get rid of it. I don't know. I'm still on the fence. I don't know. We'll just put it in a maybe pile. All right, and then I have this Pure Creators palette, guys. This one was so pretty. These shadows are so buttery, guys, and like even like touching it now, I mean, they're not as buttery as they were when I first got it, but oh my gosh, the payoff was beautiful, but I think it's time for me to let it go. All right, my Urban Decay Border Run palette, I'm going to keep maybe for just one more year. I feel like the eyeshadows aren't as great as they used to be when I first bought it. Like the mattes, they're a little bit chalky, and so yeah, I think I'm just gonna keep her for one more year, and then if the eyeshadows aren't as great, I am going to declutter. I have another Anastasia palette, Mono Renaissance, definitely keeping. I have a BH Cosmetics blush quad, and keeping for sure. I love these colors. This is a vanilla cream truffle, and then I have an orange one, and this is the chocolate orange truffle palette, and you get 4 orange blushes. I'm going to keep both of them. And then I have this strawberry shake palette from ColourPop. Guys, I love this palette for Valentine's Day. Whenever I need like a really bright blush, I would just use this palette. I'm going to keep her. My Honey palette, I am going to declutter because I'm never going to use this palette. I don't wear yellow ever, so I'm going to declutter. I have my Baby Got Peach palette from ColourPop. I'm not sure. This is going to be in a maybe pile. I really do like these colors, but I don't know. I have this Whatever palette by ColourPop. Definitely keeping. I use this during the fall time. I love this palette, guys. This is the Alamara Cosmetics, and I know it doesn't really look like much, but this color right here is so beautiful, guys. Like, I'm so sad that it's kind of shattered, but I've been keeping it for that color, and I think it's time for me to let it go because if you can see, I have not even touched any of these, and so I think it's time to let it go. All right, and then I have the Star Wars Mandalorian palette. I am keeping, yeah, I'm gonna keep this palette. I have another ColourPop one. This one's more newer to my collection. This is the Wild Child, and so I am keeping. I have this Milani one, and this one is in... I personally really like this palette. I can just use this palette all over the face, and so I am going to keep my Jaclyn Hill palette from Morphe. I am going to declutter her, guys. It's time to say goodbye. Yeah, as much as I do love the colors, I just have these colors somewhere else, and so I think it's time to let it go. And then I have two Morphe palettes. Let's do this first really quick. I have this Ultra Glow Up palette, and I'm never gonna give this up. It's so pretty. It has 4 highlighters, and so I am going to keep. Okay, this Morphe palette. It's beautiful, but I don't ever use it, guys. I keep it every year thinking that I'm gonna use it, but I don't. And so it's time for me to just toss it. So the last palette is this Morphe palette, and it's called Boss Mood. It's really pretty. And I used this during my fall get ready with me look, and I really do love the color payoff on this palette, and so I am going to keep. Alright guys, so this is everything that I am keeping. I didn't really declutter much. I think I decluttered about close to 10 palettes, and so I'm pretty proud of myself. I have not done any shopping for any palettes except for that Mario one, but other than that, I think I did a pretty good job. And so if you guys like this video, please give it a thumbs up, and I will see you guys in my next one. Bye.